Hi everyone, my name is Rapha Conrad, also known on YouTube as Random Rapha. But I'm also the producer, the co-director, the co-writer, the co-editor, the co-photographer, the co-choreographer, and starring in the upcoming documentary film for the community. Now, some of you probably know that I have been working on this film for a really long time, and there are some of you that are just finding out right now that I've been working on this film for a really long time. Whether it's this video you're watching right now or the newest teaser trailer that just dropped recently. I bet you're wondering, what's this film about and why is community in the title spelled with a K and not with a C? Let's talk about that. No, this is not Good Mythical Morning, even though the film is kind of inspired by Good Mythical Morning in some way. No. I cannot help it. Every time that I hear or think of those four little words, which I'm just going to say for short, LTAT, I can't help but to think about and sometimes hum the GMM theme song. Hey, I'm proud to be a mythical beast. As I was saying, I want to take the time to talk about what this film is about, how it got started, what's the process like, and what's next. For the Community, formerly called Project Mythical Beasts, is a documentary film about the fans of Rhett and Link, their show Good Mythical Morning, and all things mythical, aka the Mythical Beasts. By the way, if you don't even know what I'm talking about when I say mythical or refer things to mythical, in short, according to Rhett and Link, mythical is represented by three important factors: curiosity, creativity, and tomfoolery. Those three things represent the trinity of mythicality. In this film, there will be stories and interviews shared by the Mythical Beasts from all over the world, including some creators that were inspired by Rhett and Link and very special guests. There will be some highlights and some historical moments, from visiting Rhett and Link's hometown to attending the first ever convention created by Rhett and Link. Since creativity plays an important theme in this documentary film, there will be art, original music, and special creative collaborations presented by a selected group of artistic mythical beasts. But wait, there's more. Continuing the theme of creativity, there will be dancing. Say what? Yes, you heard me, dancing. There will be 7 short dance films, each inspired by and created to the music by, wait for it, what else but Rhett and Link. They will be presented throughout the film in a way that it connects the storyline. Oh, and I'm just going to say this right now. This jean jacket that I'm wearing that has random mythical patches and buttons, you'll see this go through a journey in this film. So you kind of know the synopsis of the film, but you don't know its genesis. Well, let's discuss that more in my office. So in late 2017, I was first introduced to Rhett and Link until I became a fully devoted, fully supportive Mythical Beast in early 2018. I watched all of their content, including Good Mythical Morning, which even to this day is still part of my daily morning routine. I got to know some Mythical Beasts, both online and offline. I got their mythical merch, as you can see right here, except for this one right here. The Coldplay poster. No, I'm a fan of Coldplay, but that's for another discussion in a future video. That same year, I became a fully devoted, fully supported Mythical Beast. I met Rhett and Link and was on their show. It's been about 5 years since that glorious day happened, and I still cannot believe that happened. By the way, the first time we've met, definitely not the last time. In 2019, Mythical Entertainment, Rhett and Link's own company, started their own version Patreon called the Mythical Society. One of the first things that was featured on that platform, which lasted for about a year, was called the Mythical Creative Grant. This was an opportunity to win a $1,000 grant plus some mentorship from Rhett and Link themselves to help them create and present their own creativity, artistry. When I first heard about this, I knew I had to do it. If you see my content, whether on YouTube or on my social media, I'm known for mixing two things, dancing and mythicality at the same time. Whether if it's tap dance covers to their music or recreating their dancing. For my pitch/proposal, it was going to be a short film that featured 5 or 6 mythical dance covers, as I would call them. It would not just be me doing them. It would be, each film would have a group of dancers, there would be sets, there would be lights, costumes, all that jazz hands, and yeah, there were some jazz hands here and there. I could have sworn I've said something like that in the beginning of this video. Before before I tell you what happened with my pitch / proposal, my application for the Mythical Creative Grant, let me explain the reason why there is dancing for my pitch and in the upcoming documentary film. First of all, it's inspired by Rhett and Link because in their skits, their vlogs, their scripted content that is unrelated to Good Mythical Morning, they would include an original song, mostly a music video in their content that I just mentioned. Also, as a dancer and choreographer myself, I want to bring more of the joy and humor in this project. I want to bring something different than what I've seen in the dance industry today. And I don't think there's anyone else except for me that has choreographed to Rhett and Link's music. If you have heard or you have a chance to listen to Rhett and Link's music, it's quite out there. It's kind of more of like that weird Al Yankovic, more of like the comedic style, and that's what I wanted to do for my pitch and for the documentary film. As I was saying, in my pitch, along with the mythical dance covers, there would be something in between them, more like a skit or a sketch or some type of comic relief in between. If you remember back in early 2010, there was this trend on YouTube called things that someone else says or a group of people would say, and Smosh did a series called Every Blank Ever. I wanted to bring that element into the proposal, but more of things that a mythical beast would say or do, or you know you're a mythical beast if you fill in the blank. So I applied, and spoiler alert, I was not accepted. I was okay, I was not that disappointed, because if it was a no then it would be a yes later if I didn't give up. I kept working on it, improved a little bit more. I didn't realize it until then, but I think I probably figured out the reason why it was not accepted. Because it was a great idea, but more than $1,000 could cover. From late 2019 through early 2020, I did like what I said. I kept working on it, improved a little more, and I reached out to some of my friends that are filmmakers, online content creators, and dancers to see if they could give me some advice and possibly collaborate. It was going to happen until March 2020. If you know, you know. Like most of us, we were not able to travel, we were not able to go to work, and for us performers and creators, we were not able to meet with other creators to collaborate and perform. We had to do all of those things at the comfort of our own homes. At that time, I was a little bit disappointed not seeing this dream, this vision being realized until this idea came to mind. What if it was a documentary film? I mean, yeah, I vlog and of course I direct and choreograph concept dance videos, whether if it's mythical related or not, but a documentary. Yeah. If I want this small mythically inspired idea turned into the best documentary film it can be, I had to do my research. I studied, I did my research by reading books, searching on the internet, watching a lot of YouTube videos about documentary filmmaking, which I have to give a quick shout out to Mark Bone, who is an online content creator and a documentary filmmaker who runs a company that aspires young up and coming documentary filmmakers pursuing their career in this path called The Art of Documentary. His videos have been so helpful, from putting together a budget, coming up with a script, trying to figure out how to film a documentary film for what you have. I touch base with my friends who are filmmakers, online content creators, and dancers to see if they can give me some advice and collaborate, which, the good news, some of them that have reached out have contributed or are contributing to this documentary film. I did all of that from spring through summer of 2020. When I was ready, I just waited patiently for the right time to travel again safely. Finally, on October 2020, I traveled and started filming the documentary in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. I don't want to go into full detail because this isn't a documentary film, but the experience for the Mythical Beasts that have participated and myself visiting and touring around Rhett and Link's hometown, I mean, That's all I'm going to say about that. When I came back from North Carolina, first of all, I gave myself a pat on the back because I survived. First time traveling in the middle of a pandemic. The first words that came out of my mouth after that happened was, it's finally happening now. A documentary it's happening. There is going to be a documentary film. It's finally happening. That continued on from 2021 till now. My small but mighty team and I were able to film 50% of the dance videos. I interviewed the Mythical Beasts, about close to 100 at this time, both online through Zoom and in person. Also, I was able to travel to Cleveland, Atlanta, Orlando, Nashville, Austin, Los Angeles, and back in North Carolina. Also, I filmed a little bit here in my hometown where I'm currently residing. Just talking about how much we've accomplished so far is, I don't think mind-blowing is the right word to describe. I know some of you that have seen my post about the documentary film or have participated in it have been reaching out to me and saying like, it looks so good, I can't wait to see it when it's finally out. When is it going to be out? Have you finished filming? Well, let me just take the time to be honest right here and tell you the reason why it has been taking a really long time to finish this documentary. First of all, I am not a full-time documentary filmmaker. Neither I am a full-time online content creator yet. I'm a regular human being. I pay the bills, I do the chores, I go to work, 2 jobs actually, and I spend my time being with my family and taking care of my family. Some of you probably have known in November 2020, just 2 weeks after I came back from traveling and filming in North Carolina, my family and I experienced an accident that we never thought it could happen. Since that time, there have been numerous family emergencies that I had to attend to. I had to stop everything from, the documentary film, but anything with like creating online content, taking time off from work just to be there for my family. I spent all that time taking care of those things, both related to the documentary film and personal things. The only thing that I didn't even spend time taking care of was me. All of us have gone through a lot in 2020 and after 2020, and my mental health since the accident that happened in November 2020 really took a toll. I would get PTSD, I couldn't sleep, and if I put things aside and I try to get back into it, I would be worried and I would try to overwork and try to hustle up a little bit, like, oh my gosh, I have to send this email, I got to do this, I got to do this quickly, or I have to work overtime just so I can cover the funds for this, I have to pay this and all that. But it done more harm. I was anxious. I didn't eat a lot, and I wasn't staying hydrated. It affected my personality. It affected my mindset. I had so many times that I wanted to give up on this documentary film. I lost motivation. I lost focus, and I wanted to be alone. I felt like I hurt my friends and family, and for the people that have been involved with the documentary film, I felt really bad for what all the craziness and not like what I usually act personality took a toll on everyone involved. It went for the past 3 years. All of those things happened until I got a big wake-up call this spring. I went through an accident that took me 6 weeks to recover. I was so scared, worrying that I wouldn't be able to walk properly and dance again and being there for my family, going back to work and working on this documentary film when working on my online content or anything that is like that keeps me moving. That time, it's strange for me to say this, it was a blessing in disguise. It was an opportunity for me to rest, a time for me to just reset everything, like focusing on my mental health, my physical health, my purpose. Like all the times during my recovery, I took the time to stretch, to move a little bit. I didn't move that much during the first few weeks of my recovery until I was able to get back into walking slowly and then build that momentum, but I have to be patient. When I was taking a break from working on the documentary film and projects, I worked on it a little bit, but then when it became too much, I took a step back. And that time taught me to balance out all the things that I need to take care of a little bit of time. Like when's the right time to work on the documentary film? When's the right time to work on online content? When's the right time to stretch and work out and take care of personal things like pay the bills, do the laundry, clean the house, and spending time with my family and going to work when I was able to. Also, that time was a moment when I had to reach out and talk to someone, whether if it's a relative of mine, my friends, my sister. It was also a time that when doing Mythical Morning, Rhett and Link really stepped in. The humor and the joy during the time when I was just feeling down really helped me. Another big reminder is I spent all my time regretting what I done and what I should have done in the past, and sometimes, mostly, I would be worried about the future. It's if I'm not going to be able to raise enough funds for this documentary film, or what's going to happen with my family? What's going to happen with me? Am I going to do this, do that? I had to relearn what it means to live in the now. Do the best you can right now, and then your future self will thank you. And also, take the time to celebrate the little victories, whether if it's you woke up this morning, you were able to, for me, edit this video, send that email to that person involved with the project, or help out with my mom. After weeks of recovery and 2 months of all the highs and lows and a breakdown here and there, I'm at this moment right now at the right mindset, even though I'll have some struggling moments, but I feel like I'm in the moment where I'm saying I'm okay. I know there are going to be moments where I'm going to say I'm not going to be okay, but everything is going to be okay. And I am so determined to finish this documentary film and get back into lots of things and be able to finish what I've started and do well for what I have in the now. Before I move on, I just want to say if you are struggling right now, it's okay. We all struggle, and if you need help, say something, talk to a friend, talk to a parent, talk to your therapist. Take the time for yourself, whether if it's going outside, taking the time to pray, watch your favorite show, maybe Good Mythical Morning to cheer you up, read a book, eat your fruits and vegetables, stay hydrated. Another thing that helped me out was journaling. Journaling did wonders for me this past year. You're gonna do this. You can do tough things because there is better things coming for you if you just hold on to the hope and keep on going. I didn't mean to get preachy for a moment, and I don't usually open up that much because it is kind of a little bit scary to be vulnerable, especially whether if it's on YouTube or social media, but I hope for this video and some of my future content will not only brighten someone's day, but hopefully be a way for something that they can relate to and maybe be inspired by. I know some of you have reached out to me and asked, why are you so determined on creating this documentary film about a fandom that no one seems to know what or who they are, and why are you so obsessive with it? I almost sang that song that Mariah Carey sang, but copyright, no. You're crazy, you gotta get your life in order. But you know what's crazy? Not being able to finish what you started and pursue the things that bring you joy and something that you are destined for. Why does this For the Community documentary mean so much? Ever since I joined the Mythical community, first introduced to Rhett and Link and watched all their content, I have never thought how much they could change my life and career so much. I've learned from them and inspired by them to embrace my randomness, you know, everything about me. As a creative and performer, it's very tough for me to share my visions, my artistry, and share my talents. What Rhett and Link said, do something that scares you, trying to step out of your comfort zone and explore what you want to pursue and what you're called to do. I love telling stories, I love to perform, and I love collaborating. This documentary film, especially for the people behind the scenes, the creative crew, the Mythical Beasts involved in this, it is mind-blowing. I truly believe the audience will understand the message and learn more about this fandom that is so creative, connected, yet unheard of until this documentary film is released. I have watched so many documentary films about other big fandoms. For the Community, it is so special. I mean, I'm trying my best not to cry because I filmed this so many times without breaking down. So yeah, and the artistry, the creativity, which is like one of the major things in this documentary film, it just shows how powerful art can be. Plus, this collaborative, independent project is a way to show gratitude for two best friends from a small city in North Carolina who are legendary entertainers that have inspired an incredible fandom, which they're more like a family. Before I move on, let me tell you the reason why in the title the word community is spelled with a K. Long before Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram ever existed, there was this website, which is still up and running till this day, was and is a place for Mythical Beasts to interact and get to know what's happening in the mythical universe. It's called the Rhett and Link community, which is Rhett and Link plus community with a C equals Rhett and Link community. And now you know. This is for the community and it is created by the community. Ever since that time when I first came up with the idea, when I came up with the proposal, and when I first started working on this documentary in 2020, and then when I was recovering from the accident that happened this spring, I did not give up, even though there's a lot of no's, but there have been a lot of yeses because I and my team did not give up. We kept working on it, we kept improving, and we're still working on it until it is ready to be presented to the entire world. The only thing that is missing is you. Yes, you. Need your help to finish this documentary film in order to premiere next spring. You can visit projectmythicalbeastfilm.com, look under donate, and it'll take you to our fundraiser. Or you can click on our GoFundMe link in the description down below. If you're a small business or a company that is interested in sponsoring and want to be featured in this documentary, airplanes. If you're a small business or a company that is interested in sponsoring and being featured in the documentary, please send all sponsorship inquiries to this email address. Before I officially end this video, I want to say thank you for watching this video and listening to my story within the story about this documentary for the community. To those that have supported the film, whether if you're a mythical beast or soon to be a mythical beast, thank you for your support ever since it got started back in 2020 till now. We could not have done this without you, especially for the mythical beasts that have contributed and have participated in the film. You're awesome. And for Rhett and Link, thank you is not the right words to describe how much you've inspired me to, I know I've said this a lot, be my mythical best in everything, being the best human I can be the best creative, being the best documentary filmmaker I can be. I hope this film launches out, that it will inspire you as well. It will be entertaining, and of course, I mean, I hope you love it. I mean, because I mean, I love you both and everyone in Mythical Entertainment, and thank you. Okay, I'm seriously, I'm going to end this right now, but thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button. It really does wonders. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell to be on the lookout for more random Rapha content and lots of special surprises for the documentary. Finally, please take the time to support the documentary by visiting our fundraiser link, or if you want to sponsor, please email us at projectmbfilm@gmail.com. My name is Rapha Conrad, also known on YouTube as Random Rapha, the producer, the co-director, the co-writer, the co-editor, the co-photographer, the co-choreographer, and starring in the upcoming documentary film for the community. I'll see you again very, very soon. And like I always end my videos, keep the faith, give love, and be random. And also, thank you for being your mythical best.